Warm greetings from the cold, gentlemen. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded anything recently. I've been off raiding and pillaging and drinking ale and impregnating young women, as Norwegians are wont to do. It just gets boring here in the winter months, you know? From August to May, but to make up for this lengthy absence, here's an extra long gameplay video. And, for this week's installment, I've actually prepared a little something extra. I took time out of my busy schedule for no personal gain to prepare a surprise. Just a nifty little gadget for you guys. Now, I'm just going to turn it on. Oh wait, that's not how it's supposed to look. I think I screwed up. I mean, look at it. That doesn't even fit in the box. Alright, so the real reason I haven't really uploaded anything in a while is obviously not so much beer wenches, raiding and pillaging, as it is just generally being busy and not having much time to play. And when I have played, I haven't really played all that well, not sufficiently well enough to justify a YouTube upload until about 3 days ago. But now I do have a couple more videos coming, so there should be something in the form of content. Like I said though, I just wanted to upload a longer gameplay video to make up for the lack of content. And I also decided to add commentary to this one. And let me know if you like the commentary, let me know if you find my voice decent enough to listen to, or if you would prefer me to go back to the annotation style fast editing that I was doing before. That's completely up to you guys, I leave that entirely in your hands. No, not right now. I'm in the middle of making one. Yes. Yeah, I know, but I'm commentating this one. Yes, and I'm sorry, but I just don't need you to take the place of my voice right now. I have my own. Yeah, I know they do. Look, I'll probably bring you back for another video in the future. Maybe for, like, a montage or something. Yeah, they do. Look, we'll figure something out, but I need to get back to commentating. Oh, don't be like that. You know that's not what I... Hey, don't! God damn it. I'm gonna take a break, guys. I need some chocolate. So, Thunder Mountain. I like this map. I like this map a lot. I think it's a great spy map, and yet I hardly ever play it because I hardly ever see it. Hardly any servers in Europe actually run this map on a regular basis, unless it's randomly in the map rotation, like in this case. And I think that's a bit unfortunate because I really think it's a great map. It's a fun map to play, especially as spy. That said, I do think it's a little bit blue-centric, and in fact one of my teammates commented thus after this game because, spoiler alert, we actually lose this game. And after it was over, one of my teammates said that he's always thought that this map was a little bit blue-favored. And after this game, I would say that I agree, because I was able to get more than twice the points of the runner-up on the winning team, and we still couldn't hold it. They win in overtime. So that was pretty disappointing. I was a little bit bitter. I really wanted to see how I stacked up against the rest of my team. Hell, I would love to see how I stack up against the opponent's team, the opposing team, especially if they win. I would love to know how I stack up against the better team, essentially. That would be something that I'm interested in. But unfortunately, Valve, in their infinite wisdom, have decided not to include an MVP splash screen for the losing team, which I think is a shame. Meanwhile, that soldier scared the pants off me. He came out of nowhere, and I was only able to get away with like 8 hit points because I was able to get off a pretty good reflex shot with my l'étranger, barely recharging my dead ringer. And this guy sprays the heavy, sees that the heavy is not a spy, and doesn't actually realize that he did ignite a spy after all. So I'll happily add that heavy's back to my kill streak, and I'll get away with 7 hit points. But excuse me. Yeah, I should start the running commentary at this point, I think. Oh, this bit. I hated this bit. This was so frustrating because I thought I was going to get both. Instead, the soldier jumps in my face, the heavy runs away, shotgun in hand, explain that one, and the scout comes up from behind to distract them into my face. So, that was a little too random for my liking, so I reset. You know, having been robbed, I reset to try again, and after cloaking, deliberately, I try again with similar results. Soldier in face, heavy runs away. Heavy, where are you going? Come back here. Your back is ripe for plucking. I just don't understand. Why would you go up on the thing if you were just gonna run back down and do nothing? I just don't understand. Here's what people should do. They should line up in front of me in a row with their backs turned. Why is that so hard? Oh, to be fair, this demo man in the back, he was attentive enough to see me coming down, and I probably could have gotten away after seeing him start chasing for me, looking for me, by going up the ramp and killing the heavy and whoever else was there. But I went for the medic, even knowing it would probably mean my death, and it was. Still, killing that medic, I think, was a lot more important than just running back up the ramp to safety.
Anyone else experiencing a little bit of a lag?
By the way, that's actually one of the weaknesses in my play that I've identified and that I am currently working on, is when I start getting on a roll, if I start playing really well, I'll start playing a little bit too cautiously for optimal play. I'll stop taking the high risks that often lead to the spy's greatest moments. Say I'm in a good position behind enemy lines, and say I'm set up to engage in a nice sequence of chain stabs, and one of the targets, a medic, leaves what I call the cone of engagement. He leaves this optimal kill zone. In that case, I might actually eschew going for the medic entirely. I might skip him, just in favor of a couple of low-risk targets, like a soldier in demo, knowing that I can kill them and put up my dead ringer in time and get out of there without dying, thus preserving my streak. And that's not the optimal decision to make. If I'm behind enemy lines, and I have a good chance of taking out a high-value target, I should go for it. I should seek to maximize my damage to help my team, and risk shouldn't really factor into it. If I'm in a good position, I should try to take out as many people as I can, and definitely go for those high-profile targets, even though they might be a little more risky, and even though it has a higher chance of failure. I shouldn't be overly afraid of dying, is the point that I am laboriously trying to get to. By the way, the guy who just killed me, Atlas, yeah, he will remain a thorn in my side for the rest of this game. Atlas, dude, you're a jerk. This guy would show up at the worst possible times, like I'm injured unto death, and he would keep getting these bullshit opportunistic kills on me, and at one point he even went pyro to piss me off even further, but I think my frustration with the guy is twofold, because he's the guy who was instrumental in their victory. He's the guy who was instrumental in the dismantlement of our defenses. I don't think that they would have won if he hadn't been in the game. But I think that's a pretty good compliment, actually, is if you're so frustrating that people notice you and want you gone, you're doing something right. So props to you, Atlas, for just genuinely being a good player in this game. By the way, this heavy did actually look behind him briefly, but he didn't see me, so I was able to kill the medic and chase him down and kill him as well. So I was pretty happy about that. I was originally going to lampshade the kill streak counter a little bit more. I guess I forgot. I guess I just gobbled chocolate instead. But yes, I did actually make a kill streak counter, which is about the lamest thing ever. I got the idea for it at the same time as I got the idea for the personalized endgame splash screen showing my stats, which I also made in a valiant attempt at descending to new levels of lameness. Really though, the only reason that I thought them up was because we didn't win, and I didn't get to see how I fared in compared to my team or theirs. And it was only when I was tallying my kills, my backstabs and assists, that I realized I actually had more than twice the points of the guy burning me to death right now. God damn it, Atlas. But yeah, he's the runner-up and he was the best on their team. And now he's burning me. Jerk.
Hey, Kane, I want to apologize for that, because I think I brought the pyro to you.
That's okay, dude. I'm sure you were screaming like a girl.
Yeah, maybe.
You see? I said earlier that I think this is a pretty good spy map, and it is. But I think that the reason that I was effective in this game was that they really gave me the run of the map, because they didn't actually have an effective engineer until about halfway into the game. So I was very much allowed to utilize their key points and utilize their chokes and key locations quite well. I was able to especially take control of the catwalk up here, which really gives me a good run of the map, and it gives me plenty of opportunities to stalk and potentially jump down on people, which is what I'm doing now. I'm looking for opportunities in which to do this, and I see a couple of people down there, so I'm sort of setting up here, waiting for one of them, and I see a soldier, even better. So I jump down, and I'm not even afraid of jumping down here, but unfortunately the actual soldier does not present his back to me, so I'm forced to make an expeditious retreat, which I do quite promptly. And I actually didn't mean to pick up that ammo crate. I wanted to leave that for the engineer, but he seems otherwise occupied, so I guess it didn't really matter. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, while there was a lull in the game, is the Team Fortress 2 beta, and I haven't seen it yet, I haven't tried it. All I know of it, really, is the stuff that's on the front page of the official Team Fortress website. And it seems pretty cool. I'll probably try it. I'll probably see if I can get some decent footage from it to upload to YouTube. Oh, they don't seem very happy with the Natasha, though, for whatever reason. Can't think why. Because there's like 3 or 4 incarnations on that server, on the beta, for the Natasha. Besides that, there's a couple of map changes to Gorge and Granary. And they're testing out some stuff with the medigun, which should be pretty interesting. Oh, by the way, I actually miss my first stab on the soldier here, but he doesn't see me, and I get him anyway, which I was totally not expecting. But I'll happily take soldier obliviousness as a reason for getting kills. I am absolutely not picky. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to kill either of the people that I jumped on top of, and so I am forced once again to withdraw from combat. I like the word withdraw a lot more than retreat. It sounds a lot more planned and controlled. Okay, there was no reason for me not to have the dead ringer up right there. Absolutely no reason. That would have been one of the dumber deaths I've ever incurred had I died. So do as I say, not as I do, and keep the dead ringer up until you're in position to stab someone. You'll be a lot happier for it, trust me. And the seeds of my destruction have already been sowed. If you were paying attention, you just saw me bump into a heavy on the bridge. Normally not a big deal, but in this case, yeah, he was very attentive. Not enough to save his teammates, but enough that I didn't get like a 4 or 5 man killing spree on the bridge there. So today's lesson is don't bump into people. They bite. Now, this is the point where we start struggling a little bit. They've taken down our sentries just now, and we don't really have a lot of defense. And it takes a while for us to get them back up, and when we do, they don't really last a long enough time, unfortunately. This is sort of the beginning of the end. So my overall plan from this point on is really just picking away at their front lines and making them less effective. And what this heavy was doing, I have no idea, because he should have seen me on the bridge and probably did. So when he started running away from me, I was hoping I could get a free kill, but alas, no such luck. And that unfortunately turns into fail round number 1, wherein I stab a Razorback sniper. I was actually gunning for the sniper upstairs, who did not have a Razorback, so when I saw a sniper pass my field of vision, I sort of reflectively stabbed, and unfortunately it turned out to be a pretty fatal mistake. So from here on out, their engineer, Borealis, is going to be very useful to their team. His teleporter is going to be the staging ground of a pretty relentless attack that eventually breaks our defenses, unfortunately. I don't know how many rounds remain in this game at this point, at 2:15 on the clock, but I think there's something like 3 or 4 rounds left. Oh, but I'm about to be quiet for just a little while so that you can enjoy the upcoming 4 or 5 seconds of this game in peace. Okay, so that was more than a little lucky, but I actually did lower the dead ringing because I thought that I could take this guy, and I also thought that if I did die, it wasn't that big a deal. I wasn't behind the enemy lines or anything. It was, I was sort of out of position, so I just decided to go for it, and it actually paid off, and I felt pretty good about it. But unfortunately, I do pay for it in the end. Atlas gets one of his bullshit opportunistic kills. I mean, come on, dude, you don't deserve those. But, well, that's karma. Unfortunately, this is where things start falling apart. We're getting pushed back pretty heavily, and it's kind of hard for us to convert this into a winning... Oh, hang on. Give me a sec. Yes! Yes! Magnum PI! Okay, I'm officially on break. Ivan, did you see the sunrise this morning? I'm back! So that was the episode where Magnum was stuck on that island with that agent, and they all thought he was dead, but they went looking for him in the helicopter anyway, because Higgins... Okay, this doesn't matter right now. The game is wrapping up and I should get back to it, and oh shit, yeah. Yeah, this is the last round of the game, and unfortunately, this is fail round number 2, and it ends up being by far the most costly one. And right now I'm in a pretty good spot, and I should have held it, or I should have kept going. Instead, I went after 2 targets that I absolutely had no business going after, and I do absolutely nothing to blunt the attack, and my team kind of gets steamrolled as a result. The Heavy's not able to kill, the Pirate's not able to kill, and unfortunately, we collapse, and we end up losing this battle. And there's the splash screen. Yeah, this was a pretty disappointing game to lose, to be honest. I thought we had this game. I think we should have had this game, because I think Red played overall better than Blue did. But in the end, it was a good game, and we set our GGs on well played, and I'm rapidly running out of stuff to say, and I'm also rapidly running out of room, so I think it's pretty much time to close this one. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys later.